posted on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
Posted on the corner with yours truly incognito.
And DJ Mrs.
DJ Mrs. Let's talk reality TV star.
Let's talk legendary woman all the way around, okay?
Let's talk entrepreneur.
Hello?
Songwriter, hitmaker.
Keep it coming.
We'll be here for 30 more minutes. We gotta keep doing that.
Yeah, we're gonna stop. Hey, Kandi.
Hey! What's up, y'all? How you feeling? I'm good.
Thank you for coming.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate your time. All right, Kandi Burruss is here. I don't even know where to start, right? I
mean, for real, she got so much going on, but let's hop into the dungeon first.
There it is, the dungeon.
Let's hop into the dungeon, okay? Tell us how this even came about. Because when I first heard and seen it, I was like, ooh, Kandi, I didn't know you was spicy like that, mama.
That is so funny. I'd be like, how do I have a whole adult toy line and people say they don't know I'm spicy? Okay. But nah, it was some years ago on the show on Housewives. Somebody had accused me of trying to take somebody to a sex dungeon.
Right.
And it was like this whole over-the-top crazy mess that happened. But I decided to take that whole drama and turn it into something positive.
Turn it into dollars.
So, yeah, it's fun, though.
Yeah.
I decided, to make, a show. It's like an over-the-top burlesque show.
Yeah.
But everything is themed the dungeon. You get what I'm saying? So we have musical guests. This year I got Juvenile coming to perform.
That's fire.
Yes, they gonna be banging that ass up for real. And I'm gonna have Pleasure P. He performing.
Fire.
But then I also have adult performers too. So Bolo gonna do his thing. Everybody
Bolo from
in
Cleveland.
Yeah, yay.
Yes.
Everybody in the show is pretty much half naked except for probably Juvenile and Pleasure P. Everybody else is gonna be almost like nothing on. Even the guests, even the people that come to the show, they dress up in their costumes. So it'd be like you be walking in the room like, wait, hold on, are they really coming up in here like that?
Yes.
People are just able to just be free and have the most fun they've ever had in their lives and see some stuff they probably ain't never seen before. Wow. So the show is pretty wild.
So is the dungeon like a if you know you know type of vibe?
It's not like to that extreme because I know some people be thinking like, oh, is this a membership type of thing?
Right.
Am I going home with somebody? It's not like that. Well, if you meet somebody, that's your business.
Hello.
but no, it's really more so like the fun idea of I had went to a show in New York at this place called The Box. I don't know if you ever been there, but that stuff is crazy. So I was like, you know what? I want mine to be crazy and wild, and I want the people who come to be able to dress in costumes and it just feel like an experience.
Right.
So we even be having like a lot of adult games. So we pull people from the crowd all throughout the show. But when I say games, I'm like, one of my games is I have a money machine that I put on the stage. And so we pull people who kind of like have a lot of skin showing. And if they allow us to rub honey on their body, they can take whatever money they can stick to them, they get to keep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
That's
it's stuff
fire.
like, it's all kind of crazy stuff like that. Wild over the top games that they get to play. And, it's just, we push the envelope to the fullest pushtivity.
Right.
Sounds real
Basically. Fun. It's extremely fun. I don't be wanting to tell too much because yes, we have gotten ourselves into trouble sometimes because sometimes people get on the stage and they want to take it all the way there in front of an audience.
Hey.
And that's their business.
Right.
But we just have fun.
That's called a vibe right there.
No, for real. And I feel like it's very dope. I want to give you your flowers on letting a lot of women know, like, married, kids, anything like that, like, you can still be sexually liberated. You can still come out and have fun, show that sexy body off, and do your big one.
Right. That's the thing I always tell people. They're like, oh, my God, how could, what makes you feel comfortable to do that? I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mom. But, yes, I have sex. And, yes, I like to dress sexy. Yes, I like to have fun. Like, all all of those women, all of those personas are me. You know what I mean? And most women are like that.
Exactly.
Like we all have that, all these different sides to us. So why we got to try to be prim and proper for whoever?
Right.
It's like, I am
Turn
me.
up.
Yeah, I am me and I'm going to stay me. Like,
I love it. Speaking of you, what's your favorite Ratchet song?
well, I mean, right now, I guess Sexy Red.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, right now. I mean, when she first put it out, I think I was the main one, in my stories every time I went to the club. No, when she put Pound Town, that was the one. Yeah, that was the first one that I was like, yeah, this is my jam.
That's fire. So what goes into this whole process of creating a dungeon, and like when do you start? Like before you get this going, how long does it take to get the final product?
You said the final product of what?
The dungeon.
Oh, with the dungeon. Well, we've done it a few times now.
Right.
So now we kind of like know the basis of it. So it doesn't really take me that long. Once we figure out who we want our musical guests to be, after that, we really pretty much be trying to find all of our adult performers. So to me, the adult performer side is the more fun part. So that's the part I'll be like, okay, like we got to find some people who going to do something real different, exciting, make people, shock the people. So I feel like we take our time in finding those people.
Dope. So if an entertainer wanted to come and be a part of the dungeon, how could they reach out? How could they send anything to you?
Well, I mean, they can just hit up like Don Juan he's like my GM for Candy Coated. Like people DM us, they send us stuff or, whatever. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Just reach out.
Yeah, just reach out.
Okay.
I mean, we even have musical guests that reach out because they want to promote their music or whatever. So yeah, it's like everybody. We be having people surprise guests. Like what I would say is the people that I've already booked to show up is Juvenile and Pleasure P, but I'm sure there are gonna be other artists that are gonna come through and do their thing.
For sure.
Speaking of the dungeon, which is going on, get those tickets now. Next weekend, you're going to be in our affiliate, Baltimore, doing a show.
Yes. My group Xscape.
Come on.
We are performing October 28th. Oh, wait. First of all, the dungeon is in Atlanta for one night only. October 21st. Let me say that. But October 28th, I will be in Baltimore with my group Xscape performing. BBD is on the show. Silk. It's a real R&B experience.
Yes.
So shout out to Global Events. They promote a lot of these R&B experience concerts you see. And so they pulled together the dopest artists from the real R&B era
Come
to
on
me.
now.
Real R&B. The 90s and the early 2000s. That's where all the real R&B was to me. So yeah, they got a lot of us coming through, and that show is going to be so dope. So I'm excited about that. And, I'm producing The Wiz on
That's
Broadway
what I
as
was
well.
going to bring that up.
Thank you.
to.
So I was just in Baltimore and Cleveland.
For sure.
I'm
Both
like,
of them.
I had the Playhouse going.
I was promoting both in both cities because we're doing a 13 city tour with The Wiz before we take it to Broadway. So yeah, it's going amazing. Baltimore, let me tell y'all showed up and showed out.
That's fire.
Okay, every day all the shows was sold out. Cleveland, y'all came through, y'all did y'all thing too. Right now we about to go to DC. And Atlanta's coming up after that. So, Atlanta's pretty much already sold out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We only doing 30. It's so many people like, oh, why you didn't come here? Why you didn't come there? Really, to me, the best experience is going to New York and watching it on Broadway. But we, the last show that I was a producer on, which was the piano lesson, shout out to my peoples. We got a Tony nomination on that.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, so with that one, a lot of people were like, oh, I wish you could have brought it to my, because everybody can't make it to New York.
Right.
So that's fine. We trying to do, spread the love.
Yeah. Since we're talking about music, right? If you had to take 4 Xscape songs and put them on your Mount Rushmore, what would they be?
Ooh, 4 Xscape songs. Okay, I would have to do My Little Secret.
Come on now.
I would have to do Just Kicking It. I would have to do Who Can I Run To? And I would have to do Understanding.
What was the easiest hit you wrote?
Easiest hit? No Scrubs.
Did you know, like, soon as it was done, like, this a hit, this a banger?
Well, I loved it, but I didn't know it was going to be banging like it ended up being. I didn't know. I mean, I thought it was a great record, but I will tell you that at the time when I did it, me and Tiny, we were calling ourselves going to do our own little duo album. It's going to be Kandi and Tiny Cat for sure, right? And it was a song that I was, doing with us in mind. And our manager at the time, when we played it back for him, he was like, yeah, I like it, but it ain't as good as y'all other songs.
What?
Yes.
What?
Which, it's cool because, I mean, either way, like, my goal is if I write songs for other artists, I want those songs to be hits. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So with you having boutiques, restaurants, shows on top of shows, still recording music, your own music, your single just dropped.
Yeah.
Girl, where do you find some balance, some peace?
I'm not good at the balance thing, because I go hard and go home for everything I'm a part of, right? But my family is my balance. Like my kids and my husband, they keep me grounded. Today, I came to see y'all tonight, but early today I was cooking. I baked some chicken, made some
still on mom wifey duties.
Yeah, I was like, I was doing my wifey duties, like you said. But yeah, so I'm like everybody else. I just got dreams and I go after them. Yeah. I don't just sit around and talk about them. I just keep going.
Exactly. And you've been getting in your comedy bag with your skits on Instagram. What inspired that? When you was just chilling one day, I was like, I want to remake some stuff.
You know what? The thing was, I wanted to make my social media pages different from everybody else's, right? And then I also wanted to show people a different side of me because I feel like when people watch the show Housewives, it's like all this drama and some people have this negative thought of who they think I am, depending on who they side with, right? Everybody had their own favorite on the show. So if you side with somebody who I don't get along with, then, you may not like, it is what it is. But I'll be like, I don't want people to think like, that's just me, the drama, like that, because it really ain't. I'm super laid back in person, like I'm so laid back, and I just wanted people to see the more fun side because you don't get to see that,
right? So
yeah, I just started doing. I linked up with my boy Derek Blanks. He's the dopest content person. Like he started in the game as a photographer and we all knew him as this amazing photographer, but then he started doing amazing content on his own page and I had to hit him up. I was like, hey, what I got to do to get you to help me to make my stuff look like that? And so he started helping me, and mine we started doing skits because I'm an actress, so I didn't want it to just be change clothes things. Some people just do reels where they. Yeah, I wanted it to be me. So yeah, sometimes you'll see stuff that'll just show like a fun reel, but then sometimes you see actual skits.
Right.
And that's.
What was your favorite skit that you made so far?
Oh my God. I was trying to think of that. I was talking to Ricky Smiley the other day and I was trying to figure out, he was like, I want to see him. And I had to figure out which ones I'm going to send. And I had to send him more than one. Because I think the skit where I was Bobby Light and Rolling Ray. I really, really was scared to put that one out. Because, in this society, you can get canceled so easy, right? So I was like, because back in the day, comedy, people made jokes about everything. It wasn't, everybody wasn't as sensitive as they were now. But I was like, I'm going to reach out to Roland Ray, and I'm gonna ask him, how would you feel if I do you in my skit? Like, how would you feel? Before I even did it, I reached out, and he was like, nah, boo, you go ahead. I would love that. I don't care about all that stuff. So I said, you know what? I don't even care what nobody else say, as long as Roland Ray tell me I'm good. I'm good, and I'm gonna put it up.
And I just came back from the dead, and they told me, you still not that girl. You still not that girl.
No, you got to hold your tongue.
Still not that girl.
So you don't know. I can't do it now because I'm laughing. But I watch the people before I do the skit to make sure I get their characteristics and stuff. So like the way he hold his mouth or the way he talks, it
was hilarious.
Yeah,
that's dope. And you also been getting into it with your boutiques.
Yes.
I seen your reel earlier when you was coming with your joggers.
You know what? And that's the thing. Everybody thought I was trying to come for Sheree, right?
Right.
So let me say this. So, you know, whenever I do my skits and stuff with Derek, we try to do at least 1 or 2 for my store
Content.
tags, you know. So we was like, oh, okay, I want to do one because we are doing, we sell athleisure wear. Right. Now, mind you, I don't pretend to be a designer.
Right.
So I'm not trying to compete with Sheree. Right. So I don't know why everybody immediately is oh, she coming for Sheree. I said, first of all, because the beginning of the skit it says, I'm about to headbutt this. Mind you, that is something I said on the show, but it wasn't to Sheree.
Right.
So I was like, everybody trying to make me go after Sheree.
You know how the people on the internet, and that was one of the most iconic.
Yes. No, listen. I am very, very straightforward, and I'm very bold. The last time I did a skit that was directed to Sheree, I tagged her in it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't tag anybody because it's not about them.
Right.
It's not about them, really. It was just really to show the
Kandi
different
clearing
colors.
she been had joggers. Don't play.
Yeah, we sell clothes. That's what we
sell
do.
Everything.
Yeah, I didn't design those.
Right.
To be clear. It's not a competition, y'all. It's
At
not,
all.
No.
Hands up.
Kandi's here, posting on the corner with yours truly, Incognito DJ Mrs. 14 seasons in on Real Housewives of Atlanta. What do you think the biggest misconception about you is?
Ooh, child. Let's hear it. Ooh, child.
I'm trying to figure out because so many people. Some people have different opinions. Some people's like, oh, I told y'all she's evil. She's really evil. She's faking for y'all. No, I am exactly who I am. You know, like I don't try to front for anybody and I don't try to portray myself as this perfect person.
Right.
So when people are like, oh, she's doing that on the slide, like what we were just talking about. No, when I do something, it's very in your face, very forward. I don't know why some people choose to believe that, you know, like, oh, I have this vendetta against some of the girls.
Right.
Or, you know, and like sometimes they'll say, oh, you know, she's the one getting people put out. No, I'm not. I have nothing to do with who gets to come and who gets to stay. It has nothing to do with me. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But overall, I feel like I have been very true to myself. I mean, obviously, there have been times on the show that I didn't necessarily like. But just like everybody, I just have to roll with it when they decide to
With
get it or
say
do
whatever you're going to say.
Say whatever you're going to say because at the end of the day, it's not going to stop my flow.
Hello.
I'm about to say, she's
Not
still
gonna
getting
stop my
paid,
flow.
okay? The money's still rolling
It's
through.
not going to stop my flow. I'm going to keep going whether you like me or not. And, you know, and then some people are like, oh, she only care about her businesses. But I just kind of feel like, well, if you're on this major platform,
Why not?
well, shouldn't you be showing yourself handling business?
Exactly.
If you have a business?
Right.
Okay, I just don't understand when they don't show no business and they claim to be business
Then
women.
that's when everybody want to talk shit.
Yeah, now that's when I be like, that should be the problem.
Right.
Hello. Special guest in the studio on this Working Woman Wednesday.
Kandi's in the building!
Hey!
What's up, Kandi?
What's up?
We got Kandi in here tonight.
Yeah, y'all not messing with the girl. I get to see Kandi right before my birthday.
Wait,
yeah.
first of all, I didn't know it was about to be your birthday.
It's about to be my birthday, girl.
Ooh. So what does that make you? A Libra or a Scorpio?
I'm a Libra.
What?
Libra.
Okay.
And I like dungeons.
Well, you need to come through this Saturday to my Welcome to the Dungeon party. When I tell you it's going to be crazy and everything that you could imagine over the top, that's what it's going to be.
Come on.
And we should bring you up on stage, too.
Oh!
Hold on, don't give me a choke.
Hey, so if you're in Atlanta this weekend, make sure you come party with Kandi at the Dungeon. How can they get those tickets?
Oh, you can go to the welcometothe.dungeon.com or you can hit the link in my bio on Instagram. It's Kandi, Kandi. And get your tickets. Juvenile is performing. Pleasure P is performing. I'm performing.
Come on with it!
Then we got all of our adult performers performing. And they're going to be doing some wild things.
It's going to be a treat.
It's definitely going to be a treat.
Hey, man, if you celebrating life or celebrating your birthday, the dungeon is where you need to be at with Kandi this weekend.
Come on.
Yes.
Hey, Kandi, you got some new music, too.
Yes. I got a new song I dropped. It's called Only For You. I wrote it. Shout out to my team.
We know that.
Produced. J.O., shout out to you. Yes. It's much love to them. I mean, I love this song. It really gives it's like a laid back, just melodic record. To me, it kind of reminds me of, you remember when Aaliyah had Rock the Boat back in the day? It gives that kind of it's a groove to it, but it's still chill, you know what I mean?
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes. And, it's for you and your one and only. It's only for you.
Right.
Come on now.
Come on.
I like the way that sounds.
Oh.
Hey, Kandi, speaking of Monte and Atlanta type of history, you still get your folk stuff on?
Do I still
You
get?
still know how to folk stuff?
No. You mean yeet?
Yeah.
Oh, every blue moon when it's like an old school party, I'll pull it out.
You gonna pull it out one time?
Yeah. It's like a must.
Yeah.
You have to.
I want to see you folk stuff. I want to see you hit the.
What?
Are
you calling me out?
Can you? What?
Kandi,
Is
I know
this a
you.
challenge?
No, hey, because I don't dance and stand
I'm
like,
not a dancer either, but I know how to do a yeet. Yeah.
Okay, period. You know how to do the Tamia line dance?
No.
You ain't caught on yet,
Hell
Kandi?
no. I said, okay. I tried. I
Okay,
did.
long as you try.
Hey, they said
I
do this
did.
dance or go to heaven. I'm doing radio right now, so.
Yeah, I kind of was catching on a little bit, but then I never did go back to learn the rest of it.
That's cool. Do you have any other dreams that you want to accomplish outside of everything that you have going on right now?
Well, my overall dream, everybody already know, I say it all the time, I want the EGOT, the Emmy. Well, I have a Grammy. So Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony is what the EGOT is, for those who don't know. So I really, really am gunning for the Emmy, Oscar, and Tony.
Yes.
And I was this close. Last year I was nominated for the Emmy and the Tony. Yeah. And I was like, this close. But it's
It's going to happen, though. We know it's going to happen.
It was an honor to be nominated. Hopefully, coming back around with the Wiz. So coming for it. Okay? Coming for it.
What's the most exciting part about being on Broadway or doing Broadway shows?
Well, I think the cool part about doing Broadway is that it's different every time you see it because it's live.
Right.
And the costumes, the music, it's just the creativity. It's nothing like it.
Plays or movie?
Movies.
You would do movies over plays?
Well, yeah, because I was Mama Morton in Chicago on Broadway, and Broadway is hard.
Yeah.
To watch it is wonderful, but to actually have to do it every day, you have to do 8 shows a week. And it's repetitive, and you're doing the same show over and over again. It's some people that be doing it for years, and I don't know how. Because you have to do the same show,
back
8 shows a week, and I had to do it for months. I could not imagine doing it for years, the same, unless you were switching up a show.
Right.
No. And certain directors and stuff, sometimes they want you to sing it exactly
how you did,
like they want it to be, and not go on your own, not do anything different. So it depends on how strict they are, Chicago, that show is very strict, but it's a great show. It's been running forever. Yeah. So it was great, and it was a great experience, but it's tough. You know what I mean?
That's
you can't
a whole
get sick.
different ball game.
You can't, I was not going anywhere. I was trying to, because I never wanted it to be a thing where people flew to New York to see me and I missed that show because I wasn't feeling well.
Right.
So every day I was like inside, taking all my vitamins, doing everything because I did not want to have to miss any shows. So yeah, you got to be on point.
With you wearing so many hats, when do you feel most alive?
Most alive. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, I guess when I'm having fun, with my man and my friends, when we taking trips and we just really be wilding.
Vibing and wilding.
I mean, because it's we try to we plan our trips, we have big trips, activities out there. It's just really fun. And so I really just be having an amazing time. Times like that. And went on with my family and we do trips. Because it's the same thing. We plan activities. I hate when people have like a trip and they don't have nothing planned and you just be sitting around like, so what we about to do, y'all? I'm one of those people. I get bored easy. I get like, okay, what are we doing? I'm ready to go home. You know what I mean?
Right. What's a movie you've seen 1,000 times you can watch 1,000 more?
5 Heartbeats.
For real?
Yes. That is, and The Wiz, actually.
Yes, I love
Those
The
two
Wiz.
movies I absolutely love. And totally opposite, Aliens.
Wow.
I am a sci-fi fanatic. So Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, that was really, when I first watched it as a kid, I didn't realize that it was part 2. Because Alien is part 1. So I didn't learn till later that there was a part 1 because the first one I saw was Aliens. So anyway, now it's like a whole chain of them. But yes, I love that movie. I can watch it again and again. But that damn 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
I know every time they messed up in that movie. You know, you see like, I see it. The editor messed up right there. Yes.
That's what's up. If you could change one thing about this industry, what would it be?
Ooh. I don't like the way that they that the labels and stuff are picking their artists nowadays and choosing, because it's like they're making it a situation where it's a lot of one hit wonders. You know what I'm saying? They're not like developing artists anymore. So I don't like that.
Right.
I feel like, you know, they got to do more about it so that we can make sure it's not like somebody just, fly by night, one song, and then you don't hear nothing else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or people ain't really performers, or they not really doing, they just like got this one song you like, and you be like, yeah, I don't know.
Right. What advice do you have for women out there that, you know, want to figure out what lane they want to be in? Because you're in so many different lanes. And I know it's hard for some women that want to start a business that they can't figure out how or where to start. What advice do you have for them?
Well, I mean, for myself, every time I think of a business that I want to do, I start researching people who've already done that before. Because nothing is new, right? Everything somebody's already done. And so I look at like the greats, or like I get inspired by, like, if you want to say, well, who started Amazon?
Right.
Who started, you know, like when you go back and you look up and you see how they got to where they were. A lot of people, it's like they came from humble beginnings or whatever, and then they got to this point. So I like to go back and look at their journey. Then I go back and say, okay, so if they went to this school or they networked in this situation, then I'm like, okay, well, let me call these people, see if I can go and start networking in that circle, start meeting those people. And I always say, just go to a lot of collaboration is key, right? I know we all like to feel like we could do it all by ourselves, but even if you are great by yourself, you're even greater when you can collaborate with other people. Exactly. And then you guys are sharing connects, and then it helps you, because then that way it might help you meet some people that you wouldn't have met if you wouldn't have went to a networking event and started actually following up and meeting these people, collaborating with them and doing, you know what I'm saying?
Kandi is here, posted on the corner with yours, Shirley Incognito and DJ Mrs. What was the very first Xscape show like?
Ooh. I mean, I don't remember our very first show because we used to do a lot of talent shows when we was in high school before we got our deal. So I can't remember our very first one. And we sing in church together a lot. You know what I mean? So our first show, I don't know, but I can remember the first show we got booed.
For real?
What was that like?
It was at Jones Beach. It was before our album actually dropped. I think they was just dropping our single that summer, Just Kicking It. And I think Jermaine told us to go out there and do Tonight first, like come out singing Tonight. And that was a party crowd. And I believe, like, I think they said Wu-Tang. Tamika was just talking about this not that long ago. I think she said it was Wu-Tang or somebody who was coming after us. And you know how big they were at that time?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why we thought it was smart to go out there singing an acapella slow song on the beach while everybody out there drinking and partying? I don't know. But they was like, boo. was throwing shit.
what?
Throwing stuff. Yes. I was like, oh God. But then the beat came off of Just Kicking It, and then they started cheering for us. So I was like, whew, thank you, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Y'all didn't like the vocals?
Yeah, like, we
Because
thought.
they singing on tonight.
Yes, exactly. I thought.
We just trying to show y'all bitches can sing.
Exactly. And they did not care nothing about it. They was like, yeah, no, not today.
Let's kick it.
So you got your deal in high school.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to go to any HBCU, which one would you go to?
Well, when I was young, before we got our deal, I was like, if our group did not make it, which in my mind there was no way we wasn't.
Right.
But I was like, if we don't make it, I was planning to go to Spelman.
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Because I'm an A-Town girl all through.
Right, come on.
So, yeah, I wasn't really thinking about going out of town, or I was going to stay right here and go to Spelman.
Yeah, speaking of A-Town, A-Town's known for the wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a few A-Town questions. If we were going to the Booty Club, would you rather go to Magic City or the Flame?
Ooh. Well, I say that I like Magic City better just simply because I like the tricks they do on the poles better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like to see them do the tricks. I want you to get up there. I want y'all seesawing.
Right.
Like, I
Flipping and dipping.
Yeah, like if I'm going to throw my money up there, I want you to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
And their ceilings are a little higher. So they get to do more.
You do feel a little in the flame.
Yeah, it's a little tight in the plane. Now, mind you, I live on the west side, so I don't mind going through to the flame. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
But I just, particularly if I'm talking about dancers and the food, to me, I like the wings at both. So that ain't really, you ain't saying nothing to me about the wings.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you team drones or team flats?
Both. I like the flats. Don't get me wrong, but I don't care. Whoever got that tray of chicken, go on and pass it on over.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch
for sure. Let's talk malls. You going to South DeKalb Mall or Greenbrier Mall when they was popping?
I'm going to Greenbrier. Do you know I'm from the South Side? So I grew up on Washington Road. Grew up off of Washington Road. Yeah. Yes. Shout out to Sun Valley Boulevard. Right when you get out the exit.
Right.
Yes. So I grew up there my entire life. I did not move until I bought my house when I was 19. So I lived there the whole time. But I had never even gone to South DeKalb Mall that I remember until I was like in the 12th grade probably, because it was always a thing. The people on South Side didn't go to the East Side. It was like, y'all on the East Side, we South Side. We don't really go over there.
Okay.
We go to
stay over here.
Because to me, I feel like Greenbrier and South DeKalb, they the same mall, really, when you look at them. I mean, now they changed them up a little bit, but back then, they looked the same, for real. And it was the same, the way they had it set up. I was like, this is the same mall. When I went over there, I was like,
What's one of the wildest things that has ever happened on tour?
ooh. Wildest things. Ooh.
Whether if it came from a fan or something just crazy just happened to you.
Oh, I had some crazy things happen. But, okay, so one crazy thing, I don't know if it necessarily happened on tour, but it come from, being an artist and being on tour. So the first thing, we was on the West Coast. Okay, mind y'all, when our group was out in the 90s, that was before the internet was popping and before social media, right? And it was before Waze and the apps where you can find stuff on them. Okay, just telling you that to say, we was on the West Coast in the Bay, I think. And we ran into this girl. She was dressed exactly like me from the Love My Mind video. Same little vest with no shirt on underneath. And she had Xscape tattooed on her forearm.
What?
Yes. So I was like, oh, wow. Like, this
You
is
a fan.
You a fan. So I was like, okay. She was like, well, is it okay if I write you guys? Because, I've been wanting to write y'all. And she had said it to me. And Tiny, I want to send y'all fan mail, whatever. So we was like, okay, we done gave this girl our address, right?
Oh, wow.
What we do that for? I'm on the road. This is like a couple months later. I'm on the road. I call my mom. She's like, yeah, such and such is here. I was like, who? She was like, the little girl that be sending you stuff. And I was like, Wait, what you mean she there?
West Coast.
Yeah, she had
Came
came
to
to Atlanta and found my house.
How?
And I was like, how? And she was like, well, I just asked the fire department how to get to your house. I was
And they
like,
gave it to
what?
her?
No, it was so crazy. And then this was I was like kind of like thrown off by it. Then the weird thing was she started sending me tapes of her talking to me. And it's like, I think about you so much. And I was like, this is weird.
What?
I did not know this person. There was nothing. I don't want y'all to start thinking, oh, she wasn't. No, nothing. It was just very like.
Y'all was just trying to be nice and sweet to a fan. And
Yes.
it turned into
House
something crazy.
back then, because that's them old school direction. How I get to go down, bustle
Yes.
Go down there and make a quick right.
Gas station. You went too far. Like, how do you find?
She
Oh, she
went
was
to the
determined.
fire department. And they told her.
So we just did an event with Gucci Man the other day, and a woman came up. She had a portrait of Gucci Man, Young Dolph on her, and Young Dolph on her leg.
Ooh.
So I was like, being a celebrity, what do you genuinely feel like when you see somebody got your shit tatted on them? Like, what really go through
I just
your
be
mind?
like, no, I just be in my mind, I'd be like, what are they thinking? Like years from now, they're gonna be like, what was I thinking? Why did I tattoo this person? Because now, especially now that I'm older, right? I'm thinking about all those people who used to be so dope.
Yeah.
That we don't even hear from them. We don't even know where they are. We don't know what
Get
they
you tatted
doing.
on my back.
Yeah, like, and it's just like these people like may not even be popping 5 years from now. Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Like, that's permanent. But see, I'm also a person. I don't have any tattoos.
You don't?
No, I don't. So I don't even understand it. I'm like, I would never put somebody's name, especially somebody I don't know,
Never met.
on me.
If you
Never.
thought about getting a tattoo, what would it be?
If I had to get a tattoo now,
Yeah, what would it be?
it would have to be some type of artwork that represents my family, not a name. I do not. Let me tell y'all.
You don't want to get candy?
Y'all never. First of all, I
Anything on the
don't.
shoulder?
Let me just say, I don't
On the
know
tramp
why
stamp?
people tattoo their own names on them. That's first of all. What do you need a name tag permanently put on you for? That's first of all. Second of all, I don't like when people get other people's names tattooed on them, because I'm like, you more likely you may not be with that person anymore. Some
My
years from
mama
now.
call it a ghetto engagement.
Oh my God, it's so stupid. I'll never get when I was young. This girl, I knew her. She had actually dated a guy that I had used to date, right? And she had his name tattooed on her. Oh, she had his name tattooed on her breast and on her leg.
Oh, she loved him.
Yeah, so I was like, girl, what you gonna do if you don't be with him no more? And she opened up her shirt to the other boob and said, well, I ain't with him no more, but it don't matter. So she had another dude's name on the other boob. I was like, what? I
said,
just
girl,
like,
it's just skin, girl.
girl, it don't make no sense.
Grow back.
Just skin, girl.
Yeah, I don't like. So anyway, to needless to say, I like tattoos that look like artwork. So if people have art and, it looks like, oh,
It
there's,
means
like I like when it's a sleeve and it's like
Right.
art. But when you got random tattoos that look like a comic book just randomly placed,
I love
or a name here and a X sign there and a this and a baby fat tattoo on this other side. Oh my
The
God.
tattoo like serious. I got Georgia Power tattooed on my arms.
Wait, you did it for real?
Yeah, it say Georgia on this one. It say Power on this one. No cap.
Yeah.
It's just skin.
Now I pay Greystone every month. Hey, Kandi, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Golly, y'all be asking some questions. If I had a superpower, would it be to be able to replenish health all over? Like, so I would always be healthy, and if anybody that was sick touched me, it's instantly heal them.
Yeah.
Hey, then.
I love that. So you want to be like Wolverine?
Yeah,
But
something similar.
But you can save the other people.
Yeah, I can save the other people too.
Okay.
You know, it was like, I could absorb it out of you and it's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And like he lasted forever. He's like young forever. He's same age forever and ever. I'll be this age, looking this way till I'm 100.
Come on with it.
Period.
That's what's up. If you could go back in time and talk to young Kandi, what would you tell her?
Oh gosh. I would definitely say, well, it's something that I say now because I've lived past that point, but that it can't rain forever.
It can't rain forever.
Yeah, like I think I went through like a lot at a young age. I've said this before publicly, but like in middle school, I had thought about taking my own life, and then I got past that moment in time, and then my brother died when I was in the right after my 9th grade year finished, going into the 10th grade. So it was a very trying time. But then right after that, all these wonderful things started happening in my life, and obviously now that I'm older, I've accomplished so many things. And it's just like when you're young and you feel like the world is ending and nothing is going right, and woe is me, you just feel like like I can't get nothing right. I can't do nothing right. Like I keep messing up, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you keep hanging in there and it turns around.
Right. What advice you got for your future self?
Future self, enjoy life more.
Yeah.
Like I work a lot. I work a lot. But I mean, when I say enjoy life more, I don't mean just enjoy life, but like enjoy more moments with my kids and my family more. You know what I mean?
Definitely. For sure.
Hey, DJ Mrs.
Yes, sir.
Grammy-award-winning.
Come on.
Mother.
Come on. Future EGOT winner.
Wife. Bedroom Candy CEO.
Come on.
Dungeon CEO.
Come on.
Old Lady Gang CEO.
Period. Legendary.
I could talk about her accolades, but we'll be here the next week.
No, for
Well,
real.
thank you, Kandi B.
Thank you.
Posted on the corner.